That Shield Hero video is gonna have to get made tomorrow, and I'm gonna have to do chapter 7, or actually episode 7 retrospective and review maybe Saturday, because I gotta work tomorrow. Because right now people are really going through and doing a lot of interesting things online, and I love it for the community, for the anime manga community, how we get to have all these discussions. So I wasn't gonna make this video, but again, going with the flow. Kryptonian saying, or Naruto Explained, just finished his video on the Black Clover Wizard King movie, and doing an analyzation of all the Wizard Kings and what Asta can learn from them. And I recommend you go out and look at that video because it's really good. But that's not what I'm gonna make. See, me personally, even though right now, including right now, excuse me, I kind of like, leave my computer on because I gotta go to work in the morning, and, allows my computer to run and just be used. I leave Black Clover playing on my computer at night, and I kind of just let it run through the elf arc and all that other stuff. And getting into Naruto Explains video and what he said about the Wizard Kings, while I agree with everything he said, the reason I'm making this video is because I want to kind of ask the question, and it's something that's been on my mind since I've been watching Black Clover on my computer, is Asta gonna have to go through the royals to become the Wizard King? Because even when you look at the Wizard King movie, yes, as Naruto explains, there are lessons that Asta has to learn and not go down that path that the former Wizard Kings went down. Although I could say about Lucius that his problem is he's being manipulated by another whole person. So it's a little bit foggy when you get into Lucius and Julius's relationship. But for the other ones, yes, everything Naruto Explained said was true. However, what is also true is that the royals play a role in every single conflict that besets the Clover Kingdom. They lied to the Wizard Queen girl about her family. They kind of sort of, stood against the one guy from the church who was trying to create that peace. Conrad, and Julius, you can say, although it's more Lucius, had a god complex. This is true. I mean, honestly, I think Conrad was the worst of all of them. Jester was betrayed. Again, Julius is kind of gonna have to pay for what Lucius did, and unless we can give Julius his own body, he can't be Wizard King because he can be corrupted by Lucius. So it kind of sucks for Julius, but hey, these just the breaks. But all these Wizard Kings were betrayed by the royals and manipulated by the royals at some point. And then when we get into the incident with the elves, yes, Zagrid manipulated the royals into doing what they did, but when you look at manipulation and the way he did it, he only poked at something that was already there. Because when you look at the elves and how they talk and how they handled the situation and how they fought with Asta, and how the royals think, it was kind of like both sides thought the same way. Like the elves thought they shouldn't be betrayed because, much like when you look at all forms of D&D type stuff like Lord of the Rings and the like, elves are always portrayed like those creatures who are the most humanoid, godlike beings, like a step below angels and divine beings. But they're like basically, like they always even say in Black Clover, oh, we're loved by mana. How dare you do this to us? How dare you come into our house and use your magic weapons and kill our families and kill our friends and blah, 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 and woo woo and all that. And it's like, yeah, that's wrong, but you're wrong for possessing people and like basically going out causing all this world chaos. So you're basically doing to others what you do to what was done to you. So you're kind of the same. But getting back to Asta, even after Asta starts this crowdfunding, matter of fact, I'm actually watching those kind of group of episodes and have those episodes on pause right now while I'm actually talking to him, where Donatio comes in and the kingdom just uses Asta as a scapegoat. Not just saying, look, we all need to, do the kumbaya and learn to harmonize instead of dominate, and learn our lessons, because this is what happens when we, don't learn to foster that understanding that, the first Wizard King, Lumiere, Vermilion, Clover wanted to institute. Doesn't happen when we don't do those type of things. They just said, no, let's just take Asta, this up and coming rookie, and say, oh, well, he used the devil's power, so he's the one who's basically started all of this. He's the source of all of this. He's the one that did all this, even though his devil ain't even out of the book, and he don't have word soul magic. He don't got the ability to possess anybody. Anybody who, if we were talking about a fair legal trial, Asta's got anti-magic. Yes, he's using devil's power, but his devil got anti-magic. How is he able to do, how is his devil able to manipulate people like that? How you gonna explain that in a fair and balanced court of law? You're not. But because this is not a democratic court, like even when the Black Bulls break up in there and they do the whole, Nakama, give me my friend back, he's a good person. Donatio's like, yeah, that's like great speech, everybody. You haven't riveted. Doesn't matter. This isn't a fair court. That's why it's so apropos. When Asta hits him in 366, because he asked him the question again when he say Marie in the court, what is what you're doing just? What is it that you're doing here that's just? And the truth of the matter is, there's no justice in that court. It's just a court to uphold the monarchy, the corrupt monarchy. So as long as you have this corrupt monarchy standing in the background trying to ruin anybody who can change, and I'm going to get into this when I talk about Black Clover, when I talk about, Shield Hero, and one of the videos about Shield Hero, when it comes to this whole notion that keeps going on around online, where everybody keeps saying, oh, Shield Hero, endorses slavery. Now Fumi endorses slavery. No, it's not about that. It's not about that. And I'll explain that in that video, because I'm trying to learn to stay on topic and get off this rambling off into other topics when I'm dealing with one video or another. So, like I said, with this corrupt system and these corrupt nobles, like Longris, like Fenrir and Longris's appearance where Longris's mother, is about to get killed by a possessed Longris. She said, "My precious Longris, my precious Longris." It's a funny scene, but that's kind of the mindset. This power thing where we have to be the strongest, we have to be the dominant, we have to protect our dominance. I mean, it's like you look at people like Fenris, who despite Fenrir's lack of power, she loves his kind heart. She loves Fenrir because he's kind. I mean, I love watching that stuff over again because you can see when she's dealing with Longris, she's like, yeah, I don't want you to die. I don't want you to really go to jail. But if you get knocked down a peg or two in my uncle's eyes a bit and allows me to marry Fenrir, yeah, I'm not going to necessarily be against that. I'm not necessarily against that at all. So I kind of love that part of it, but again, getting back to Asta, it's just like sometimes in life, change has to come by force. Like, again, going back into what I was saying about slavery in Shield Hero, and the real world, we had to fight a war for black people to finally gain freedom. We had to go through a civil rights movement and people protesting and dying for people to get civil rights. So sometimes in life, you have to have a major conflict to gain the positive results you want, because the system is so entrenched that that's the only way things are going to change. And that's basically kind of, to me, what Black Clover may be leaning towards, that despite the fact we fighting all these supernatural forces and devils and elves and possessed folk with brainwashing abilities and stuff like that, that the thing we may have to deal with is just go to war with the system itself. But let me know what you think in the comments section. That's all I have for this one. If you like anything you heard, like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.